What you're about to see is a fatal crash after Tesla unexpectedly comes to a near stop on a Missouri freeway. Notice traffic whizzing by, when suddenly the car is rear-ended. The phenomenon, known as phantom braking, has been documented in countless videos shared by Tesla owners. Their vehicles suddenly slam the brakes, often on open roadways.
Oh, there we are. That was ridiculous.
Dropping in speed in response to imagined hazards.
You can see my foot. I'm not doing anything. I'm holding the wheel. I'm not doing anything. I'm on the highway. I'm on the highway. You seeing this? I'm on the highway.
For the past few months, I've gone through thousands of federal auto safety complaints, spoken with more than 50 Tesla owners, and even tested the technology myself. What I found? Incidents of phantom braking are more widespread than previously reported because Tesla, along with federal auto safety regulators, haven't done much to warn them about it.
I could have been killed. It was terrifying.
In July, Kathy Kopacek took a road trip from Portland to northern Idaho. Midway through the 8-hour drive, her 2022 Tesla Model Y suddenly slammed on its brakes while in cruise control along an open stretch of interstate.
And I thought, oh my gosh, what happened?
Shaken, Kathy pulled over for a bit. She thought maybe it was a fluke, until the same thing happened a few hours later, again at highway speeds.
I mean, I was 70, 72 miles an hour, and it stopped fast. And everybody behind me was swerving, screeching.
So you came to a dead stop?
About 10 miles an hour. I think I went from 72 down to about 10 where I was barely crawling.
So it's like there was something in front of you and it said stop?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it stopped so fast. It threw me forward.
Tesla owners report these phantom braking incidents are typically triggered by false positives. Something is setting off the car's safety features.
It would be like if I saw something in the road and I stopped as fast as I could. It was that type of stop.
It was like slamming on the
Slamming on the brakes, right. Because we went forward in our seatbelts.
Steven Sonicson worried that he might trigger a chain reaction when his Tesla Model Y suddenly hit the brakes on an Oregon highway.
It was frightening. You didn't know who was behind you or what was going to happen.
Many Tesla drivers I spoke with explained this phantom braking occurred while using Tesla's autopilot driver assistance system, which includes traffic-aware cruise control. Like traditional cruise control, it maintains a set speed, but can also speed up or slow down as needed to keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you. This unexpected braking forces drivers to quickly respond and decide if the hazard is real or imagined.
It's terrifying, and all of a sudden the car will slam on the brakes like you're about to hit a brick wall, which is terrifying. And you have kind of a split-second decision to say, is this a phantom braking event? Or is there something that I should be concerned about that the car is actually braking for?
Tesla owner Deanie Whittemore says she's experienced phantom braking 15 to 20 times over the past 3 years, typically on long road trips while using autopilot, cruise control.
We worry about if we don't react quick enough and there's someone behind us at highway speeds, we could get rear-ended.
Which has happened. For example, San Francisco, November 2022. Watch this white Tesla. It unexpectedly stops in traffic, triggering an 8-car pileup. The crash left 9 people injured, including a 2-year-old. And there's that crash in Missouri. A man died in February of 2022 after being rear-ended. Police reports show his Tesla Model 3 unexpectedly slowed from 61 to 12 miles per hour in the middle of a busy interstate. Phantom braking has been a persistent issue for Tesla vehicles. In February 2022, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration launched an investigation into unexpected brake activation in certain 2021 and 2022 Model 3 and Y vehicles. At the time, NHTSA had received 354 complaints according to the agency. 3 months later, that number had jumped to 758. And after going back and looking at more recent data, I found the number of complaints to NHTSA has grown even more. Through September, there were an additional 815 reports of unexpected braking in those same years and models of Tesla vehicles. I also found an additional 272 complaints about the more recent 2023 models, bringing the total number of complaints about phantom braking to roughly 1,800. In short, the problem is more widespread than we knew about, and based on recent complaints, it hasn't been fixed. So, to better understand this technology and what may be triggering phantom braking, I rented a Tesla, specifically a 2022 Model 3. So it'll be curious to see if it's a shadow, if it's a mirage. What is it? I don't know if anything will even happen too. I mean, that's part of the risk. We don't know if it's going to stop or not. Our plan was to drive across the state of Oregon, from Portland to the Idaho border, 750 miles round trip. My photographer set up cameras in case something happened. We'd stay on Interstate 84 and try to use Tesla's autopilot, traffic-aware cruise control as much as possible, and only when safe. But after hours and hours of driving for 2 days, nothing really happened. So we were headed back. When...
Whoa! That seemed to do something.
The car jolted us briefly, suddenly dropping in speed by roughly 20 miles per hour.
There was nothing in front of us. There was no car in front of us. There was nothing on either side of us. The brakes just hit, and then I don't know what triggered it. I mean, the people talk about how scary it is. It was alarming. I think that's the best way to describe it. I didn't quite know what was going on, and in that moment, you're not really thinking about what's around you as much as like, what do I do? Because that's not a natural move for a driver, for sure.
Tesla, which shut down its public relations department in 2020, didn't respond to my 3 different emails. From what I can tell, the company has never explained what may be causing phantom braking. And the only warning I could find was on page 120 of Tesla's 297-page owner's manual, which says, traffic-aware cruise control may react to vehicles or objects that either do not exist or are not in your lane of travel, causing Model 3 to slow down unnecessarily or inappropriately. So I reached out to Tesla enthusiasts, like Austin Ferguson.
All the cars now come with vision only, no radars.
In 2021, Tesla stopped using radar sensors in its vehicles, shifting instead to what the company calls Tesla Vision. Tesla vehicles have 8 surround view cameras, which the automaker says provides 360-degree visibility and up to 250 meters of range. The cameras help detect objects around the car.
When that type of stuff happens, it'll pick up objects, and the computer has to make calculations on what it thinks is true or not. And unfortunately, some of the phantom braking that'll occur is due to object detection that it doesn't know what it is.
A lot of Tesla owners, including Ferguson, think environmental factors like shadows, low sun angles, or weather could impact the cameras, triggering a false positive.
And it's trying to figure out if that tower or if that brick or that garbage can is a moving object or a non-moving object.
He says Tesla is constantly tweaking with over-the-air software updates, which means bugs can be fixed wirelessly.
So as we start evolving further on this, things should get better over time.
But in the meantime,
Tesla should be informing people that this is happening.
It would be nice if this was like a, hey, here's heads up, this can happen, we're working on it, but here's what to do when it happens.
Maybe we should paint them bright pink, like a student driver, like stay far behind this car because this car is prone to emergency braking.
Missy Cummings is a former NHTSA senior safety advisor and professor at George Mason University. She thinks automakers and the government need to raise awareness about phantom braking, warning not only drivers, but anyone following behind them.
A 2-second following distance is not enough for a car that has artificial intelligence in it. You need to give that car in front of you at least 4 seconds, maybe more.
NHTSA didn't want to comment on its investigation into Tesla and complaints about unexpected braking. The automaker has some of the country's top-selling vehicles, with more and more Teslas hitting the road every day. And owners, they're often quite passionate. In fact, none of the owners I spoke with stopped driving their Tesla after phantom braking incidents. Instead, they're just adjusting their driving habits, waiting for a fix, and hoping it doesn't happen again.
I'm always aware that, is it gonna, happen with my grandchildren in the car? See, it's a smart car, it'll tell you. But maybe it's too smart.
Uh,